Welcome, welcome. Mega love shout out to any of Team Happy that's in the building. Appreciate having you here. Thank you so much. Anna Lee, welcome. Team Happy. TSM Rapper, welcome King. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate having you. Josephine, mega love shout out. Team Happy. Sierra's in the building. Welcome, Sierra. Oh, you making an early dinner? What you making, beautiful? That sounds good. That sounds like a plan. Of course, you know we have dinner up through today because meal prep for me would either start today and finish tomorrow, or I'll just choose one or the other day to do it. I may go ahead and do it today so I can get it out of the way. I'll do that since I'll be stationed up here anyway editing. I have my laptop upstairs, so I'll be upstairs editing. So yeah, I can do that. I can meal prep and pop in and out the kitchen and the dining room area. Okay, kill two birds with one stone. That sounds like a plan. I'll do that. Um, I am waiting on my guest, and I'm allowing, time for people to come in. But I don't even have my menu put together yet. I do have some uploads coming out this week. Let's see, we have the adult beverage collab coming with the WOW group. Sierra and I hosting. Your pleasure. Welcome on in, beautiful. Good to see you. Happy Saturday. Thank you for being here. Unfortunately, I had to I lost that live stream that I did yesterday, which was a very short live stream. Go back over there. You're not coming over here with that noise. Thank you so much. Very short live stream of me picking up the boys at the bus stop yesterday and going over some of my great news for the week. I lost that. I don't know what I did. I was trying to edit it a bit and I actually lost it. I'm still trying to recover it by reaching out to YouTube. But if not, I'll just be, you guys are going to see the similar conversation because I'm going to have to do it again. I want to share my news with everybody, and not a lot of people got to see that live stream. I think it only had about 20 views because it got lost so quickly. That never happened to me before. Again, I was trying to edit some things off of the beginning, and I lost it. I can't find it at all. So Sierra said that she is listening while making an early dinner, and I was telling her that sounds good. I'll be meal prepping. I just decided I'll go ahead and do it today along with some editing so that tomorrow I can concentrate on ironing and stuff like that of the boys' uniforms and getting them ready for the week. So between today and tomorrow, I'm not going to overexert myself, so I'm going to do it between the 2 days so that a little bit today, a little bit tomorrow, it'll go a long way. I'm looking at another busy week. We do have a dental appointment for TJ on Monday. Wednesday, I think Tuesday is the only day I'll be relaxed for the most part. Wednesday is getting my oldest grandson transferred into school. Thursday and Friday I have appointments for myself and my mother. So pretty busy week. Yeah, I just so my guest is here today on the panel is Miss Judith, guys. I know you guys saw from the topic that we are going to be discussing female to female relationship, but again, we're allowing time for some more people to come on in. What you guys got planned for the weekend? Anybody doing anything special? Anyone who's interested in coming up as a guest on my panel, you are welcome to come up here. All you have to do is DM me over on Instagram at prettybrowneyes2, and we can make that happen. Everyone is welcome to join in on my open collabs. We will be doing them again, just as a reminder, through the month of October. So next month we will be done with the group collabs for the year, with the exception of adult beverage collab, which we will still do through December. But that's only one collab a month. We were doing them every week on Thursday at 1 p.m. from February all the way to the end of next month, which is October. And I just think that a lot of people will be participating in Vlogsgiving and then Vlogmas. So that's why we're stopping at the last one in October. Don't want to overwhelm people and have them committed to too many things. And we want to keep the morale of our group collabs up. So please consider becoming a member or supporting our channel with a super chat. Just tap the button to see what perks I am offering. If you tap that join button, you can see what I offer on my channel if you become a member. Or you can always, like I said, support us with a super chat, or go in my description box of any upload, and you'll see like Cashapp if you would like to donate anything to the channel. Will be greatly appreciated. I'm asking that anyone comes in the chat today, please be respectful of your questions and comments, as this is a very delicate topic and this is someone's life choice. So we want to be respectful. Always, whenever you guys come in my chat, I ask you to be respectful of myself and my guest. We cannot help trolls that come through, but what we can do is get them up out of here. But anybody that is a constant member of my chat and or live streams know that we talk about a plethora of topics, but I like to keep it very classy, adult-like, and respectful here. I'm asking that you all, if you are new here, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. So we're gonna go ahead. Tamika Davis, welcome, beautiful. Thank you for coming in. This is your weekly shout out. Gave it to you at the end of the week this time, beautiful. Okay, so let's get into it, guys. Today's topic is female to female relationship. We have Miss Judith up on the panel, who is a regular here, but she is actually my guest today because I am interviewing her about a past relationship that she had with another female for 13 and a half years. Let me let Judith say good morning to you guys.
Good afternoon, everyone. Wanda is stuck in the morning. I don't know why. But good afternoon, everyone. And I heard I had a message that I need to read it. Sierra, I need to read the message. I can't hear what Wanda told me.
Were you guys able to hear me without echo? Because I just realized when I put it on mute when Judith was talking, I had something else playing, and I'm just hoping that it did not distort the sound. Oh, great, great, great. Okay. So hopefully it started. It sounded like the song kicked in the moment I put it on mute, so I just wanted to make sure. But Sierra, look at Sierra laughing and talk about what? The special request. The last thing you said to me before we hung up last night, and I told you I would call Judith and give her that special request about her camera. Can you please? She wants to hear it from you and not me, she says.
Yes, ma'am. I honor special request, but I got to hear from the horse's mouth, not a second source. I honor all requests. Most requests. I'll say most, not all. When I see it, I'll do it. That's all.
Thank you, Sierra. She took care of that. See, if you ask, you will receive. So we're going to go ahead and kick it off with the first question, guys. Miss Judith, how did you meet? How did you and the young lady meet?
Oh, we met on a party line, phone party line. Very simple.
How long ago was this? Because when was their party lines now? You telling our age.
Okay, um, so we split in 14. So yeah, I guess around 2011. I'm talking about 2011, 2001. Yeah, 2001. Yeah.
Okay, I was doing the math in my head like, wait a minute now, you split when? Okay, yeah, that's about right. Um, on a party line, you up here telling your age, child. Lord have mercy. I haven't heard that in a long time. You know what's funny? When people are doing the prayer lines, they do still call in by phone calls too. I thought that was so odd when this one lady was asking me to join the prayer line. She was like, but the number is, I'm like, it's not virtual? I'm like, oh my God, y'all taking me back to the dinosaur age, but okay. Okay, so question number 2. Were you immediately okay with dating another woman, or did you need time to ponder a bit?
So I pondered and curiosity before the party line. It's kind of was like entertaining, but I pondered before, and then I hit the party line. Of course, talking and nothing you serious, but so yeah, it was a little bit of ponder.
So let me get this straight. It was a curiosity of your own before you even went on a party line and met the individual.
Yes, that is correct.
On this particular party line, was it only for females, or was it just an open forum for both male and female and you happened to meet a female?
So on the party line, it used to ask if you were a male looking for a male looking for a female looking for a female looking for a male.
I'm curious. I know this sounds crazy, but I've never gone on the party line. So it basically is set up just like the dating sites today, like the Plenty of Fish and stuff like that. Oh, okay. See, I'm learning today. Never knew that because I've never gone on one before.
Yeah, I actually got in trouble as a child getting on the party line, but of course it was different than it was melt talking. It was a room and you talking to everybody. If you met a guy, then what y'all may meet up, probably knew somebody on there. However, but it is way different. The actual line that I was on at that time, it was one-on-one conversation and not like a group setting conversation, which when I was growing up, it was more group setting conversations.
Okay, very interesting. I had no idea. Really quickly, I want to welcome in Helenista. Welcome, Sissy Pooh. I see you say you're here and you're driving. Thank you so much for being here and letting us play. Erica Wilson, welcome on in, beautiful. Good to have you here. Haven't talked to you all week. We need to catch up. Who else I see coming in? The Woods Way, welcome. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate having you. I see you greeting everybody. Building Ace Legacy is in the building. Didn't know if you would come in today, Lacey, because your mom's up here talking this talk. But okay, thank you so much, Queen, for always being here and being so very supportive. We need to chat. I talked with your mom a little bit before we went live. You and I need to catch up. There's some things I need to go over with you as well. I hope you're feeling better and have a great day on your first day back at work. Um, okay, that's Sierra welcoming everyone in. With Erica say, I remember the old one. You remember the old party lines? That's what we talk about, baby. The old party lines. I've never gone on, Erica, but you right here telling your age too. Okay, so we are. Um, Let me just go back to when Judith said she gave it some thought in the past. Was this something like in your younger years, like teenage years, or was it more close to the time where you went on the party line and actually met the individual?
Yeah, it was more closer to the time that I actually went on the party line, and you know, um, yeah, it was. I was full adult, was uh over 25, but so yeah, it was later.
Okay, so I see the Woodsway say, I don't know what a party line is. I came in 12 minutes late. A party line, the Woodsway is basically like a social media dating site. It sort of coincides with like Plenty of Fish and all those other blackpeoplemeet.com and stuff like that. Only it was a phone. um, Before there was social media, people used to dial in a 800 number or something on a phone, and you would be able to talk to people and meet people that way. They actually had people who were employed that would just like entertain and, I don't know, I guess be companions for people. They used to call in all the time, dial in all kind of stuff, and just talk. Some people used to call in because I remember there was a movie. I can't think the name of it right now, where it was like based around party lines, and this guy used to come call in and talk real vulgar to this woman every night. But they had people do it, and again, it was before the wonderful world of social media. So hence why I was calling it the dinosaur age. And now TJ's, I'm sorry, TJ. I hear TJ downstairs, Erica Wilson. Now they crazy and a bunch of creeps. I know that's right. Sierra, oh my God, never heard of this. Now you telling your age on the flip side of things. Oh, nice. Wow. Thank you. Yeah. I was 18 around that time. Okay, Sierra, see, you was a youngin. You was a youngin. But things like that was very popular back when we were growing up. Just like emergency breakthroughs. You guys probably never heard of that either. It used to be when you can pick up the phone and you can call somebody, but their line was busy, busy, busy because they didn't have call waiting. So you would call the operator and tell the operator you want to make an emergency breakthrough on that person's line. The operator could go into that person's line where they were holding a conversation and introduce herself. Good evening, this is operator such, such, such. I have a Wanda on the other line that wants to do emergency breakthrough. The person on the line can say yay or nay. They would give up the line, and that way your call can come on through. You can go ahead and call the person, and they would have to hang up with the other person. That was before there was call waiting and three-way calling. This was what we had to do. I know it sounds funny, and it sounds old school, but realistically, this is what we did. So, Miss Judith, did you have reservations about going public with your female to female relationship?
Absolutely, a whole lot of reservations. Yes.
How were you finally convinced to go ahead and go public? Was it your partner? Was it over time? Like, what made you say, okay, I'm going to get this out there?
Time. It was time, but uh, because we went over the questions, it was time, but it'll also get answered later.
Okay. Did it like weigh heavy on you? which is why, were you swayed back and forth? Was it a lot mentally for you to deal with? Was it something that you walked around thinking about morning, noon, and night before you went through with it? Because I know a lot of people that come out of the closet, when you sit there and you talk to them, they tell you about a whirlwind of emotions that they went through and how they had to go through peaks and valleys in their mind, because they have to deal with it first before they can ever divulge that type of information to even their closest friend or family member. And more so, they're concerned about what their parents are going to think. So was it really that heavy?
Yes, it's a life altering decision. So absolutely, it weighed heavy. Um, but and I think the biggest thing, like you were just saying, is your personal emotions. Because at the end of the day, it was play out this scenario, play out that scenario, how this might go or how that might go. So yes, a lot of emotions. Yes.
I know, again, it's very popular with the younger community now. People are doing that and testing the waters earlier on in life. I see it starting, and it was sad to say, but as young as elementary days now. So, for the fact that you did it way later in life, I was just trying to see how comparable it is to the young children, these babies that I see out there walking down the street holding hands, and it's so, oh my God, it bothers me when I see it. I'm noticing now that and it's not that I have an opinion about it. It's just that public, what they're doing out in the public. So I noticed that my oldest grandson is observing that more. Yesterday we were in a supermarket and he was completely confused. He thought that it was a man dressed up as a woman, is what he said to me. And I turned around like, where? And he kept saying right there. And I'm like, no, it was a woman and she had very masculine features. She wasn't pretending to be a man or nothing. She just was a woman with masculine features. But it's so confusing to these children when they're seeing all of this in the community, that now they're just like looking at everybody as if they are cross-dressing and stuff like that. So I was basically trying to get like a clear insight on if things are different when you're older and you take that leap versus being younger and doing it. And also, like, it's been explained to me on a number of occasions that it's very similar, like the what you're going back and forth and pondering and trying to figure out. Sharing is very similar and comparable to when you find out you're pregnant and you're embarrassed to share that with your parents and you're scared and stuff like that. So do you think that's very similar?
It's absolutely similar. Because we're talking about, emotions, how you feel versus how you're going to make somebody feel, or what they're going to think and how they're going to act, and how you're going to get treated. Like, yes.
So did you get to a point where you would show a public display of affection with your partner, or did y'all kind of keep things private?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear. Repeat that.
Did you ever get to a point where you were comfortable showing a public display of affection with your partner, or did y'all kind of keep things private?
There came a point where I was comfortable. There came a point, yes. I mean, early on, no, but later, yes.
Did it take much convincing from your female counterpart, or just one day did you start reaching for the hand, or was it more of the affection coming from the individual? Because to me, I know you as a friend, and I don't see you showing no public display of affection. now in your current life. So I'm trying to figure out what that was like for you back then, being so non-affectionate, because you are very comparable to a family member that I have. Whenever, and I always do this, I always try to grab and hug and kiss her, because she be like, no, get out of here with that. She like it, but she don't know how to receive it. And I know quite a few people like that. That's you, that's right. So how did that ever come to a point where you got comfortable doing public display of affection?
Well, as you can see, building an Ace legacy has put my life out there. She's not an affectionate person. and I'm really not. So no, it wasn't no, we're standing on the bus stop having no big old kiss, and nah, none of that. And not even really hold hands type of nothing. But you knew we were together. It wasn't a all right, I'm gonna walk 10 steps ahead of you, and different little stuff like that. So it was things that was, people knew we were together.
Was it speculating, like speculation, like I think they together, they ain't just no friends, or it was very clear and very obvious?
So, because you said about myself, and when the public, it in the beginning, it could have been no. In the beginning, it probably wasn't a lot of speculation. That didn't happen till it took time for people to be like, are they more than friends? Probably, that took a little time. So that came, like I said, it came later. But after a specific point, it was obvious.
So, when people be like, they must be more than friends, was it because you guys were kind of glued at the hip? Like every time they saw you, they saw her? Or did you guys get rather defensive if somebody spoke something about the other party? Like, what made you think it was so obvious?
Okay. So when we first started dealing with each other, this is going to sound harsh and rude, but she was a female. She transitioned during our relationship into dressing more masculine and stuff. So, but again, that some of this is, I'm not going in too deep, because in another one of your questions, that's going to be explained.
So, oh my gosh, because I want to address her transitioning, but I don't know. Should I do that now? Okay. Because that changes the dynamics of things a bit. Okay. Do you still consider yourself bisexual, or was it a phase that you consider to be completely over?
So I never considered myself bisexual. I consider myself human. And when I was in a relationship with a man, I was in a relationship with a man. And that's who my energy was for, and everything was about us. And the same thing when I was in a relationship with a woman. Same thing. I was in a relationship with a woman. I didn't take on those roles of, I'm bisexual, I'm lesbian, and no, I didn't. I'm a human.
I like that. And I like that for a number of reasons, but specifically because there's so many different terminology for people that's in relationship that's not your traditional relationship, that it is so hard for a lot of people to understand. I had to learn. I had to really, really like study it and figure it all out, because I was confused with transsexuals and transvestites. And I had to learn a little trick in order to decipher between the two. Transsexuals are when someone basically goes through with the whole sex change. So I correlated that with the sex part of that word, transsexual. Transvestite is when someone goes through with changing their dress style. So vest.
They don't
And I
even
had,
use that word anymore. Transgender.
I know. But I'm going back to when I was coming up and it was very popular. I had to learn all that. And now, where I'm going now, I just brought up recently with Noelle, Cynthia Bailey's daughter, where she said she's sexually fluid. And I said to you guys back then, just like 3 weeks ago, I still don't know what the heck that means. Because I see a lot of people that's saying that they're sexually fluid and they're different. They all look different. So I said I need someone to completely break that down for me so that I can understand it, because I had to study and learn transsexual and transvestite. And once I got it down pat, they don't even use that terminology anymore. They got the whole acronyms. What is it? LBG, LB. Oh my God.
LGBTQ.
LGBTQ. And isn't there a T or something?
LGBTQ and something else.
Okay. It's a lot going on. It's a lot of acronyms. If anybody in that chat know it exactly, please type it in, because it's a lot going on. I am not against it. It's just not a lifestyle for me. I would like to share that, and I shared with you, Judith, that I was approached by a number of women in different atmospheres. And I'm thinking I was a target for them, because a lot of women that are in women-to-women relationships, I don't know which party. I don't know if it's the one that's more masculine or the one that's more feminine. However, it looks like it's both to me. Like busty women. And I am top heavy. So I think that is the reason why a lot of them like to gravitate towards me, or to try to let it be known. They weren't all vulgar or anything like that. However, they made it very clear that they were interested. It's just like when a man is interested, they do the same thing. The very first time, I felt very uncomfortable. I was frustrated. I was mad at the woman for liking me. She was a neighbor that lived across the street, and so it was hard getting away from her. Our units back then, when I had this apartment, was one way in and one way out. So I had to see her. It's not like I had a second egress that I can utilize just to avoid seeing her. And I used to have a guy that I dated at the time, and he was like, you don't want to avoid her. If you avoid her, you're going to make her think that you are interested, or that there's an opportunity for her to get you, and she's going to pursue you even more. You have to shut her down. There was another young lady at my job who was very interested in me. She was sharing it with other people, and they were coming back telling me. So although I was a bit uncomfortable with that too, I was a little more at ease, because it was a job setting and it was only but so much she can do. And I did in what I thought was taking the same advice that my boyfriend at the time gave me about the other lady. And I did that. I shut it down and made it very clear. And I wasn't avoiding her, like not going in the cafeteria when she was there and stuff like that, because I wanted her to know, like, yes, I'm here, and no, I'm not interested. I'm sorry, guys, but I had to make that very, very clear that I am not interested. Now, with the third one, and these are the ones that came closest to me, but with that third incident, it was a little different. She was my best friend. She came across to me like a tomboy. Now, keep in mind, this is my younger years. I was in college. I met her because we used to like all hang out down in the cafeteria. We used to laugh, we used to rap and all that, and she was interested in my bubbly personality. However, she started coming to my classes, asking for me, like interrupting me while I was in my classes, trying to learn. She was hanging outside my classes. Every time, it was time for us to get dismissed from one class to the next, she was out there in the hallway. And she was like, where that funny girl at? Where that funny girl at? She just thought I was so funny. And if I didn't, believe it or not, I didn't pick up on the fact that that was the situation then. I just thought she wanted to hang around because she thought I was so funny. Because like I said, we was rapping and dancing and all that stuff. She started calling me on the phone, of course, because when you're friends, when you meet a friend in college. And then she was doing like nice things for me, but I was doing nice things for her too, not knowing that, you know, she was more interested in me than what I ever would have been. But we started doing some things together, guys. We started hanging together like girlfriends. She never not treated me like a friend. I just wasn't clear that she was interested in me to that capacity. So we even went on double dates together. Like I would go out with a guy, she would go out with the guy's friend. Never had a clue what happened. And I don't know why at this particular time I was getting, I think your mic's on, Judith, I can hear something.
Yeah. I don't know why, but yes, it was on. But I'm looking at the chat because they got some interesting things going on in the chat. So it is LGBTQIA plus. And it's probably plus because they're continuously adding stuff to it.
Okay. The Woods Way. Thank you so much for clearing that. I came to show my love and support, fam. MrsAmaechi. Sandra Clark, thank you so much. Welcome in, Queen. It looks like you're a content creator. Are you? I think this is your first time here. Thank you so much for stopping in. I will return the love on your channel within 24 to 48 hours. I tell everybody to come here to expect me in a day or two. I don't like to come right back so that YouTube won't view it as a sub for sub. I want to show some true, genuine support on your channel, so I'll make sure I make mention that I met you in my live stream when I show some love back on your channel. And I will make sure I watch content in full so that the subscription will stick. Building a sexually fluid is not identifying as any particular orientation because it can change, as well as the attraction to the other sexual orientations. That's what I was saying. Like, I am so not clear on that, but thank you so much. So they left it kind of open. They don't tie the ends anymore. Thank you, Lacey. Ooh, I was trying to figure that thing out. Josephine, hello, welcome. Mega love shout out, Team Happy. I'm Sandra. I'm running through these YouTube streets showing love to the fans, so I gotta pop out. But you have a blessed day, sis, and everyone else be safe and blessed. You too, sweetheart. In case you watch it back, I want you to know I acknowledged you, but I'll definitely come over to your channel. The LGBTQIA plus acronym is used to describe either a person's sexual orientation or gender identity. Okay. Wow, that's a lot going on in there. QIA plus. Okay. Thank you, your pleasure, because clearly it has changed. I remember when I was coming up, they were calling people bull daggers or bull dykes, and things have changed tremendously. Okay, have a good day, Sierra. You have a great day, sis. Yes, I am a content creator. Okay, so she was still in the chat. Okay. I know she's been connected. Okay. I'll go back and show some love over there. Hey, just being have a blessed day as well. Okay. Thank you guys in the chat for clearing that up, because I'm telling you, it is so unclear, especially when I started seeing this since I was a child some years ago, some decades ago. And it has transformed into so many different things. It makes it very hard. Okay. It makes it very hard for you to keep up with it, especially when I don't go with the flow of things when it comes to that. Angela, welcome in, beautiful. Thank you for being here. Same as when you was growing up. Okay, so you heard that terminology, the bull dagger and the bull dyke and the F word. I hate to say that. I don't like it. I do know that this particular population is very open and known to be down in the Atlanta area. A lot of people travel to Atlanta because that's where is celebrated. But yeah, it is very hard for me to keep up with it all. Um, okay, so back to what I was saying about the girlfriend. I had went away, and I do have a best friend that I still have to this day that I share with you guys. That's a Muslim girl. So she obviously saw my best friend um, with someone, or at a, I believe she said at a club, at a gay club. She was picking someone up, and she saw my girlfriend there. So I guess my girlfriend at the time felt like, oh my God, the cat's out the bag. So when I came back from out of town, she immediately came over to my house because she wanted to share that with me before my girlfriend got to share it with me first. And she went on to go in detail and tell me basically that she was in fact interested in me. And this thing got a little deep, y'all. She was saying basically that she felt like we were in a relationship because we spent so much time together. One moment. She felt like when we were doing those double dates that I talked about, that she went on it specifically to watch me interact with the guys and to learn the things that I liked and didn't like, so that when she shot her shot, she basically stood a better chance of getting me and keeping me. And that was very disturbing to me.
That's why this was an after 9 conversation.
I know that's right, but Sierra wanted it, and here we go, Sierra. Um, you, Wanda, welcome in, beautiful. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate having you here. These kids are on 10 this morning. It definitely was an after 9 conversation. Um, it change the dynamics of our relationship? It almost did. Because I was younger then. I was back in college, I told you guys, and I wasn't mature enough to handle something like that. Um, However, I really genuinely loved the relationship that we had formed and the bond that we had. So I took a little break to sort things out in my head. I noticed that I was avoiding a lot of her phone calls, but that made her become more and more persistent. When I finally was able to sit down and have that conversation with her, it was face to face. I didn't want to do it on the phone. I wanted her to understand clearly and look at my expression and take what I'm saying seriously. So I sat down and had that conversation with her. And I told her I'm not interested in women. I won't tell you guys the terminology that I use because it's something that's out there. Everybody know I'm strictly, but I told her that. And I told her we can continue to be friends. However, I need her to respect where I stand and do not cross that line. Because if she did, then I would have to completely disconnect. Because I did cherish, like I said, the relationship and the friendship that we had. And we are still friends to this day. Do she still have a liking for me? I'm not clear on that. She would never let me know that. But we're not nearly as close as we used to be, because with any relationship, you grow further apart as you get older. People do their own things and take their own courses in life, but we do see each other. We will talk on the phone. We don't see each other often. We bump into each other in the community and stuff. We don't set things up and do things together because our lives have gone in different directions. But I'll always look at her as a very close friend. I always have love for her. I just did not appreciate the whole in love with me part, because that was the word she used. I didn't like that part of it, but our relationship is intact. She is respectful of my views. She wished me well when I got married. She still isn't married, and I tease her whenever I catch her like on social media and stuff like that. Like, you still running through them chicks? Like, I can cut a joke with her like that, and she's okay with that. We laugh. I got a nickname for her that I still use. She still got a little pet name for me that she still uses, but it is respectful. And I'm just so happy that I can sit here and say that we still have our friendship intact, and that she was able to accept what I had to say with her, um, and internalize it. I don't know how she did that, but she did the right thing because she did used to crack jokes like, come here sexy and stuff like that, and I'd be like, don't play, you know what I told you. That took a little while because I think she had to keep testing the waters a bit, but after a while it stopped, and we're good. So Judith, moving on to the next question. Can you ever see yourself in a relationship with a woman again?
I wouldn't. No. I, I'm older, more mature now, and more spiritually grounded.
Okay, I just went over to the chat. Sierra said, we need Erica up next to talk about her older man she met. Absolutely. Absolutely. I do not mind getting her up. First, let me check with her and see where that went because if you remember, Erica came over and then I got sick right after. And Erica had some things going on and I was sick. And we haven't really caught up. That's why I told her I haven't even talked to you this week. We need to chat today. So I'm going to get some of the back end and I'll see if I can work that into a whole upload for you, Sierra. You know I got you, girlfriend. I don't know if Judith needed a minute, guys, but while we're here, like I was saying in the beginning when I opened up this live stream, this week has been a nice turnaround for me. Judith looked frozen. Judith, move around, sweetie. Judith is frozen. I think she's having problems. Judith, you back? Okay. You were frozen for a section.
Okay.
All right, I'll talk about that.
You're frozen to me now.
Oh my God. Ooh, this little one, y'all. Lord have mercy. We'll definitely get Erica on. Am I still frozen to you or I'm good? Okay. Um, so we're getting near the end, so you can come on now. You said that's gonna be answered later. Here's later. Did your family feel a ways or were they supportive of your relationship? And also, did Lacey feel a ways and was she supportive of your relationship?
Okay, I'm going to start with Lacey. To be 100% honest, we never had a discussion about how, I don't remember a discussion about how she felt about it or anything like that. I was the parent, you know. I respect my child. I'm not saying it like that. And she has input on everything concerning Judith. But I don't remember like having a discussion like this, this is what's about to happen and whatever. I do remember discussing with her that at one point that me and the person was in a relationship. So I don't remember anything else beyond that. Like finding out how she felt about it or anything. So that's the my child part. So family, um so in the beginning, I kept it private and secret. I wasn't saying anything to anybody, and probably because I didn't know where it was going to go and what I was going to do. So I kind of just kept it. But once, so, and I'm saying years. I'm not talking about weeks and months. I'm talking years. So after a while, after some years, like I said, her physical look, she started changing, becoming more masculine. So at this time, I'm like, okay, it's probably time to start saying stuff. Um, so I have these two cousins that we grew up kind of like sisters. Um, I was working at, I could like work half of the day and take off the next half of the day. So we decided that on a particular day they were gonna pick me up, and they were taking off and I was gonna take off the half a day. So I worked my morning part and then they came and got me. So I decided that this was the day that I was telling them. So I told them, well, y'all know, female, we're in a relationship. So the one that I expected to be cool and okay with things went haywire. And the other one was like, oh, okay, no problem, whatever. We cousins, it don't matter, it's your life, whatever. And so from there, like, so now they got questions, da da da, and I'm like, sorry guys, but because you gave me the wrong, each of you gave me the what I wasn't expecting from you, this conversation is over for right now. Like, I shut everything down. Like, I wasn't ready.
Okay, looking at the chat, Wanda, my male cousin's wife tried me. I always thought she was joking around until they got divorced and now she's with a woman. OMG. She tried to tell you. Listen, when people tell you who they are, believe them. When people show you who they are, believe them. She can't answer for me. Yeah, she said the same thing. You guys are so in tune. We used to be very close, but that killed our friendship. And it will. It will. Like I went through the whole spill with me and my friend. Only because I valued our friendship, I had to step back and take some time and just deal with it mentally first before I can even have to sit down with her. But again, because of the strength of our relationship, Tyjon, don't let me talk to you again, and how I really valued it, I was able to get myself to go ahead and have to sit down with her, and we were able to work through it. But I had to make it very clear. And like I said, that was a conversation that needed to be had face to face so that she could see that I was not playing and that I meant everything that I was saying. And I'm so happy that, again, here we are many a moons later and we're still friends. Not nearly as close as we were because we were so young back then. But, like, again, with every relationship, even with your cousins, you used to be really, really close when you're younger, but now you barely can keep in contact because the dynamics of things have changed. I'm a married woman now. I'm moving differently. The cousins that I was very close to 7 years ago, I'm not nearly as close to right now. We still are as far as closeness and family, but however, like doing things together. Once I've become a married woman, and even if I wasn't married, but let's just realistically, I am. So you have to move different and you have to do things different. And your family right in your home is your first immediate family. And so your day to day consists of what you have going on in your household. She said some people are too close minded. Absolutely. Everything is not for everybody. I do want to say that I do, and I know a lot of people probably don't agree, but I admire the way that Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union embraces it when it comes to his son and get involved, because the reality of it all is that's still his son. No matter which role he chooses to play, they are very supportive. They engage in a lot of activities with him. Now, the one thing I wouldn't do is go on that date with him and his little friend and all that. I probably wouldn't go that far. But everybody's different, and that's their way. But I do admire the fact that they didn't turn him away. Because again, that's your child. That's your child. And you're going to have to take everything that comes with them. I love that. Alicia at home, welcome, beautiful. Thank you so much for coming in. Anyone who does not know Alicia at home, please go and check out this beauty's channel. She has amazing content on her channel. She does a lot of decor. I really, really love going over to her channel. It's very soothing and relaxing. It's very similar to Just Simply Rose, you guys. But you'll be amazed. You will be amazed with her design sense if you go over to her channel. Finally caught one of your lives. Absolutely can't stay, but glad to see you on. Have a blessed weekend. You do the same, beautiful. I will be over on your channel in case you go back and watch the replay or you're still here, so you can know that I acknowledge you. Thank you so much for coming. Oh, my grandmother said my uncle's wife went the other way, and girl, may my grandmother rest in peace. Guess what? She was right. Oh my God. Oh my God. You know, Erica, your grandma was the funniest person I knew. Well, one of them. And you know, what she said it, she was spot on. And I know how that conversation went. And she probably was on that front porch talking trash when she said it. Well, you know what? With her, she could have been anywhere in that house talking trash, because that's all she did. Y'all, she was in her hospital bed talking trash. Oh my God, I used to love when Erica was over her grandmother's house on the phone, because if it came to her mind, girl, it shot right out her mouth. She's just like a baby, no filter. I loved it. May she rest in peace, because I know she was spot on. Yes, and that's just how it goes. People change and grow all the time. Absolutely, Lacey. People change and people grow all the time in different instances. And I love that. I love that, because then you're not so predictable. People can't say what you can and will not go for. They have to see where you are in the moment. I'm happy that I am who I am today versus who I was back then. If I was the same and in the same mindset that I was back then, there's a problem. There's a problem. If you're not constantly having change and showing growth, there is a whole problem. You need some help, because you should not be standing in the same spot today that you were, let's just say 5-10 years ago. Something is wrong. Erica, talking about girl, absolutely. Listen, you know we sit back and laugh at your grandmom's memories all the time. Judith, do you think male to female and female to female relationships are similar? The reason why I'm asking is because, in my opinion, and from what I know, the same girlfriend I told you guys about continue to be in relationship with girls. And what I know by being her friend and still being her confidant and listening to things, and yes, y'all, even though I'm not, I mean, if you're a friend to somebody, you got to kind of hear their problems out regardless if you agree or not. And I'm very open like that. So whenever she would have problems and stuff that she would discuss with me, it was a little different, but I hung in there. What I took away from it all is it's a lot of emotions. No matter if one is supposed to be the male counterpart versus the female, it's a lot of emotions. So when you get two emotional creatures in a relationship together, it's like the male-female relationship times 1,000. Because at least in the male-female relationship, you have that balance of the testosterone versus all those emotions. You don't have that with female to female. A lot of it, the arguments they had with other females, thinking that she wanted her woman and so on and so forth, it was very catty. There were more breakups, I think, in that population because of the cattiness and because of all of the emotions, and it doesn't take much to trigger a woman when it comes to the person she dating and how she feels about it. So they got to be quite explosive, I noticed there were circles of this click and this click, and it was a bit much. It was a lot to keep up with. Again, she was my close friend. I agreed to hang in there and continue with the friendship. And yeah, that's what I took away from it most, is that it was very catty and it was a lot of emotions with women to women relationship. So Judith, again, do you think that the male female relationship and the female female relationships are similar?
No. So there are huge differences and there are some similarities. The hugest difference is that probably emotionally there should be a better connection with a female. Men don't move how women move and don't understand simple things about women that another woman of course can understand. So, it's definitely a huge difference.
I agree. I'm thinking, from where we stand, somebody who's not ever been in that type of relationship. If you are a female, then you should be more understanding, more relatable to the other female party. But I'm thinking once you have feelings involved, things change, things shift. Tyjon, have a seat. It shifts a bit. Tyjon, I said have a seat. I didn't say go downstairs. So you think that you would be more compatible, which is why it baffles me. I don't understand why female to female relationships do not last longer than a female to male, because you would think that because you're dealing with someone just like yourself, you should be able to figure this all out.
The problem is that evolution of a human being, like you say, you really shouldn't be the same person you was a month ago. So people change and circumstances change, and at the end of the day, a relationship is a relationship, and there are violations to relationship. I don't care if it's a man, a woman, a alien, the purple monster. At the end of the day, so that's what I'm saying with similarities. A man cheat, a woman to cheat, same thing.
Really quickly, I want to welcome Queen Key. Welcome, beautiful. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate having you. Levi, mega love shout out, Team Happy. Thank you so much for coming through. Appreciate having you here as well. Do you think, Judith, that because I've heard this from another female to female relationship, that when you're dating a female, she's more territorial than a man? Do you believe that to be true? Because this particular woman was like, she want to know my every move, and I'm like, well, I thought men did too. She want me to check in hour to hour, and I'm like, there are some men that want that too. I knew another female to female couple, Tyjon, that were arguing over clothing items, like sharing each other's clothes and stuff like that. Like, did you ever come across those particular issues?
So I never had clothing issues because we were different sizes. But um, more. I don't think more possessive. No, and it could just be me though. But it like I said, it's a lot of similarity to being in a relationship with a man. It's like it was no naturally the the physical component has some difference But with technology, like but at the end of the day, it's not. I no, I didn't have those type of issues. I'm not a clingy person, so I never wanted anybody to be clingy to me. So I didn't have those kind of issues.
That's because you're a non-clingy person. So did you make it clear to your partner, like, look, I'm not all lovey-dovey. I don't want nobody grabbing all over me and stuff like that. Did you have to do that, or did your body language let the person know that you're not interested in that type of stuff? Because with the women that I was around, I used to have to say to them, "Oh, say that mess for the bedroom." Like, I'm one of those ones. Don't do all that stuff publicly. We don't need to see all that. But I think in with the one where the friend that I told you about, she used to do it on purpose for me to see, so she could laugh like, "Look at Wanda, look at Wanda." They call me Wiggity. Look at Wiggity. Look at the Wiggity. Like that. I think it was more jokingly done in front of me when it came to her and her partners. But when I do see other people that are not friends with me and stuff like that, they do appear to be very clingy.
Um, you try to help people understand stuff. In any again in any relationship, you try to help people understand how you are, how you move, and the way that you are. So you try to explain, but action sometimes is better than hearing. So yes, it would be a lot of not for the kiss right now, don't want the hug right now, so yeah, I mean, like 13 and a half years is not a short amount of time, but so of course there were a lot of things like, even in the relationship, things changed. Like I didn't, so one huge thing, I was never interested in a female that personified as a male. I was never interested in it. So when that change happened, it was a big change for me. So yeah.
It wasn't something that was discussed. It just, or did it just happen gradually, or did you just all of a sudden keep looking and this person was just changing everything about themselves? Is that, I know this is really jam packed right here, but was that the deal breaker? Is that what ended the relationship?
No, no, that did. So that happened probably. It gradually happened, but yeah, paying attention, you can start seeing different things. Like it became no dresses and skirts and pants all the time. Now, not even the shoes with the little heels. Mostly sneakers, and gradually over time it happened. And it wasn't a deal breaker because, like I said, is because it was over time, and I'm already in a relationship. And as relationships grow, love should grow, your bond should grow, should in a typically healthier relationship. So that stuff it has happened. So when she changed completely for herself, you know, she knew I didn't like it. God bless you. She knew I didn't like it. She knew that was not what I wanted. But we were in a relationship. So I constantly found myself having to reassure that, you did it, but we're already in a relationship. I'm not walking away like, oh, you did this, that's it, bye. No, it wasn't like that at all.
Okay, well, you did great here today. appreciate you opening up and talking about this topic. It was slotted for 1 hour. I do have one final question for you, though, before I let you go. I want to thank everybody that joined in the chat today. Thank you so much. Again, for anyone that would like to become a guest on my panel, DM me over on Instagram at prettybrowneyes2. You are more than welcome to present a topic to me, and I can get you scheduled. I do have Judith, myself, Lacey, and Kimberly will be coming on Tuesday night for part 2, finally, of International Love, guys. We are long overdue for that. It's unfortunate that Lacey and myself both got sick, but we are both back up and running. Judith, do you know if Lacey's going to be available on Tuesday? Not sure. Okay. I'm praying because she just went back to work today, so I have to keep that in mind. But I am praying that we can finally get through International Love Part 2 because it has been very long awaited. Unfortunately, I had to push back dealing with depression because the two individuals that I had... Oh, Lacey's here. Lacey, are you available on Tuesday, 9 p.m. for International Love Part 2? She in there laughing at us in the chat.
Per usual.
She said yes, hopefully. Okay. So, can I get him a thumbs up that it's a go for Tuesday? Because I'm ready. Kimberly is definitely ready. Your mother is ready. You're the only one we're still waiting on, beautiful. Okay. Guys, we should be doing International Love Part 2 on Tuesday. Oh, the other two ladies that were supposed to do Battling Depression were both unavailable Tuesday past, and so I did an upload that night instead. Don't want you guys to think that I'm pulling out of these topics. I am always ready. I just need my guests to be on board, and unfortunately both of them didn't let me know until a couple hours prior that they were unavailable, so I couldn't go on with just one because I didn't have either of the two. So I just put an upload up that night in its place. Some things that we have going on, again, like I was saying in the beginning of this live stream, that Sierra and myself will continue our group collabs through October, the end of October, because then people will be participating. Some people are already participating in Vlogtober for October. Some people will be doing Vlogsgiving in November and then Vlogmas for December. So I don't want to overwhelm people and have them backing out or forgetting to sign up for the collabs. So we just are not going to be doing the weekly group collabs for the month of November and December. We are planning to pick it back up in January. Hopefully a lot of people will reach out to me and come up on my panel as a guest so that we can help you grow your channels by way of my platform that way. In the meantime, we will still be doing adult beverage collabs. That's not going to stop. We're going to do that once a month. Again, an adult beverage does not have to be an alcoholic beverage. It can be a coffee, a tea, a mocha, anything that you guys can put together, that you mommies sometimes concoct for yourself or you need it just to take you out of the headspace of those children. By all means, join in. Some of the collabs that we have coming up from now through October is Halloween treats. So anything that you can come up for your children as far as a Halloween treat, by all means, sign up. You don't even have to cook it. You can go out and buy some of your kids' favorite Halloween treats, put it together in an upload, and now you can join in on that group collab. That will be on the 27th of October, which will be our final collab. On the 20th, and I'm moving backwards, guys, we have Happy Homemaking. You can do anything as far as a homemaker, a weekly reset, just some things around your house as a homemaker. Happy homemaking is the title. Get in. On the 13th, we have our family harvest. Anything that you guys do as a family harvest theme, you can do some decor around your house. You can do a tablescape. You can decorate the rooms in your house with some of the autumn and fall colors. You could do decorating your kitchen or cook up some of your family's favorite harvest meals or anything. Just come up with some things and join in on this collab, guys. It will be fun. It's another way to get some eyes on your platform outside of your own viewers. On the 6th of October, we'll be doing our favorite pumpkin recipe. Any recipe that you can come up using pumpkin or products with pumpkin, let's get involved. Let's get it cracking. Get in on that. The last couple that we have for this month of September, on the 29th, we have loads of laundry. Tell me anybody in this chat that don't do laundry. Everybody in here should be able to sign up for that. And again, when you see our flyers, please share them on your community tabs if you have one. Share them on your Instagram stories and highlights. Share them on your Facebook. Share them on your TikTok, Lord. We need to get more people involved so that we can get eyes on your channel, our channels, and just all of us grow. We all want to become large content creators, and we're going to need support from one another in order to do so. We can't do it alone. On the 22nd, baking with the kiddos. You can bake anything you want. You can have just one kiddo. Don't think because it says kiddos they have to be multiple. Just bake with the kids. Let the kids get their hands involved and do something. And this week coming, we have crock pot Instapot meal. You can make anything you want in your crock pot and or Instapot. Please join in on some of these collabs. It's been fun. I have been committed, and so has Sierra, for every single collab for the year, minus the last two for myself, bunches of lunches and 15-minute fitness, because that was the 2-week period that I was down. But Sierra have officially participated in every group collab from February through now, and I see her going through the home stretch of the end of October. So if we can do that all year, every single Thursday without missing a week, I'm sure you guys could get in on one or two or at least all of the upcoming collabs. Just a bit of good news I want to share with my community for anybody that missed my live stream yesterday. I was able to go live with my kiddo, while I was at my kiddo's bus stop, waiting for them yesterday. Like I said in yesterday's live stream, and it's no longer available, so I'll share my good news now for anybody that missed it. Because I like to come and bring the good news as well as, me coming to rain on somebody's parade or vent or rant or whatever you want to call it. God is good all the time. And all the time, God is good. You guys know that last week, Saturday, I was on here and I was going through some things. And I was sharing how, unfortunately, I felt like the state of New Jersey has failed my grandson. And I was asking you guys to help us out in prayer. And I told you that I went over to a backpack drive at a local church. We met some folk there. Wanted the pastor to pray over us and our situation, and it was unfortunate that the other 3 younger boys were coming up on past week for school starting on Thursday, and it was unfortunately that he wasn't going to be able to start school immediately with them. God. I also told you guys that I had an appointment where I finally found a place that was going to work with me on a sliding scale fee for him so that he can get some medical attention and some dental. We got to that appointment, guys, on Thursday, just in the nick of time. Hubby was having problems with getting some documents from his work that I needed, but it happened while I was driving to the appointment. He was able to get everything emailed to me. Oh my God. We get in that appointment. I do all this new intake information. Finally, the woman from the finance department called me, and I was going to the back to sit down with her. I was able to shed some light on our situation. This woman searched her database, and y'all ready for this? She found some insurance on my grandson. She was able to give me a printout of his ID number and his member information, and oh my God, what a blessing. I'm able to go ahead. Thank you, Judith. Oh my God, I'm so able now to go and take care of this boy's needs. We can go ahead and move forward with counseling. We can go ahead and move forward with dental, because clearly he was neglected. Unfortunately, he had to take 3 shots while he was there because he was a little behind, but thank God he's caught up now, and everything was taken care of that day. We were not able to obtain a dental appointment at that very appointment because the calendars weren't open yet. I think hubby's coming in. But oh my God, God is good. And y'all not ready for this. While we were in that appointment, his DCP&P, Division of Child Protection and Permanency Worker, which a lot of people call CPS or DIFUS, called us and let me know that she was able to follow up with his school, and they had his transfer packet ready for me. Oh my God. I was not willing to miss going over there and getting this boy stuff. When we got out of that, because we finished that medical appointment so early, because she was able to find his insurance in the database, so we didn't have to go through the whole finance piece. We got out there an hour early. I shot from my school district over to his old school district and got that paperwork. Baby, when I got that paperwork, that was my golden ticket. We got his birth certificate, a copy, social security card, immunization records. Everything that I needed was in that packet so that I can move forward in conducting business and advocating for this baby. Oh my God, what a blessing. In transit, y'all, I wasn't stopping. I called the new school, and I was able to get an appointment for him for next week, Wednesday, to get him transferred into the new school. I explained my situation to them as well, and I told them that I was able to have his caseworker, the social worker that's over his case, available by phone, that when I get there, any questions that I couldn't answer and they needed the answers to, or just an override to let them know that he is placed in my home, there is an open case and they are on it. She said yes, she would accept that too. So we were able to obtain this appointment. They were able to send me everything I needed via mail so that I can fill out this large packet. But guess what? I'm going to do it, y'all. And we're going to have that in hand and ready when we get to his appointment on Wednesday. But let's back it up a bit. We back that thing up. When we were at his doctor's appointment, the doctor was so compassionate and understanding and empathetic that she was able to offer us some counseling services, because I told her I felt like they were failing me. So we don't even have to go out of the home. And I told her most important to me was he was not going to get counseled while in school, because I don't want that stigma. She offered virtual counseling services. She's going to have someone reach out to me via email by Monday so we can set the counseling services up and tailor them to my schedule and my needs for him. In addition, she asked, was anybody helping me financially? When I told her no, she was able to give me a Visa gift card for $250 so that I can get some additional foods in the house for our family, because she said it's a great thing that we did by taking my grandson in and without no assistance. And she also agreed that she felt like they failed us. So I'm telling you guys, when you fall to your knees and you hold that conversation with God, he answers prayers. He really, really do. And I wanted to share that piece about the doctor, because a lot of people go to these doctor's appointments and they're not forthcoming with the information, and so the doctor can't help you. A doctor is very resourceful. They have a plethora of other agencies that they are in conjunction with. And if they don't know, they know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. They can give you resources that you are not aware that's even out there for you. So I want to say I am so happy for that. Oh my God, what a blessing. We are happy. We are blessed. Things are moving on in the right direction. I'm hoping that when we complete this appointment on Wednesday, he is able to start school immediately and have some type of normalcy back into his life. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I just wanted to share a bit of good news. We definitely will be going to visit that church tomorrow. I want to let the pastor know that prayer really works, and I want to tell her my story. And I want my grandson to thank her personally. And I wanted to thank you guys too for your continued prayers and support on this situation, because I know I don't always share everything, but from time to time I do want to let you guys know what's going on, because you are our community. If I can ask for prayer, then I should be able to deliver a bit of good news to you as well. So thank you so much. Thank you everybody for tuning in to today's live stream. I appreciate having you here. A special thanks to Miss Judith Daniels for coming up on the panel to talk about a topic that is not so pleasant and has to be handled so delicately. But you guys in the chat did great as far as your questions, comments, whatever. Thank you for being respectful and always remaining respectful on my platform whenever you guys come. Stay tuned for more good live streams. Stay tuned for some more good upload. Stay tuned for Judith up on the panel just kicking it with me. Look out for International Love Part 2. It's going down with us Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, everybody. Love and respect to you all. God bless. Hey.